Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter. Today we're going to look at Tavern Stories Dreamwalker. This is a new game by Gentle Troll. This is the demo. So with that, let's go ahead and play. Name is Blue Otter. She and her. New tavern. Greetings, traveler. Traveler? Is that all I get? Greetings, old friend. It's good to see you. I'm surprised to see you. Or should I say almost stranger? Yeah, it's good to see you. Likewise. I've been told you sell magical drinks to exhausted travelers. Could I have one? Slow down. First things first. Wait, you're a customer now. I should watch my manners. My deepest apologies, Miss Maryam. When did you become so polite? Always have been. I had a change of heart. Yeah, always have been. Must have missed it. So, Miss Maryam, first things first. How have you been? Are you sure you don't want to make me something to drink first? All right. I'll indulge you. What can I get you? Let's see. Your menu is small but enticing. How about that Voyager's Dream? It sounds nicely balanced, if a bit spiritual for my taste, but it does remind me of you. Your head has always been up in the clouds. Feet on the ground, head in the clouds. There's less pleasant places for your head to be, as has yours. Yeah, feet on the ground, head in the clouds. It's a balance. And you seem to have kept it. Now, before you run off to make my drink, do you mind showing me what you got going on back there? Sure, let's go through the tutorial. Are you scouting out the competition? Call it wizardly curiosity. Can't argue with that. Come on, I'll give you a tour. How's this for a drink mixing nook? There is a little bee. Not too shabby. I like the personal touches. Thank you. I'll keep my potions here, guarded carefully by Captain Bee-Bug. I miss that little critter. Do you think I could pet him? They always appreciate a good head scratch, but maybe after I'm done explaining. All right, let's mix your potions then. Not so fast, Miss Know-It-All. Let's follow due process. It's important to listen to what my patrons want. After all, I want to make sure they get what they ask for. But just in case I forget, I keep a detailed protocol in my log, and for days when I need a little extra help, Slinky summaries my notes for me. Sorry, Slinky? My lunar reef pygmy octopus. Oh, because he's got like the little octopus in the legs right there. Okay, I see it. It came for an internship one day and never left. Very nice guy. Once I have a good idea of what my patron might want, I browse my recipes. How do you decide on the perfect one? I look at its properties and description to see which one would best fit your wishes. Then I draw it on my board with my chalk. Don't want to accidentally serve you espresso oblivion. You have those on the menu? Not anymore. All right, so we have Voyager's Dream. Since each recipe requires the right balance, we need to pay attention to its stats. There is strength, charisma, dexterity, intelligence, and defense. Did you go classic? Each potion influences one stat? No, my potions can influence several stats, and they can add or subtract. And then I just take one and pour it over the mug. So that's how you pour them. How else? Right. If I make a mistake, I'll pour the faulty mixes into Captain Bee-Bug's bucket. They love terrible potions. That makes one of us, at least. Anything else you need to keep in mind? Don't forget to ring the bell once you're done. Now sit back and relax while I make your drink. Just make sure you wanted a Voyager's Dream. Coming right up. All right, so we got Voyager's Dream here. Trying to see where is the book that she was talking about. Oh, maybe it's here. There we go. So we have Voyager's Dream. There's also Seasoned Tides and Slow Strike. All right, so we're going to have this one. We draw the recipe and it goes up here. So we have Voyager's Dream, which gives 1 and 1. So we have Strength, Dexterity. Wait. This is Intelligence, Defense. I think this is Dexterity. Maybe Charisma and... So, yeah, so we want one of those. What else do we have? We have this potion. It shows you what it would do. So if we have that, and then... But I need this one to go over one more. Okay, hold on. What are the items? Okay, Rachel is... Okay, Strength, Intelligence, Charisma, Defense, and Dexterity stats. So, okay, so I want... +1, so yeah, so I need... How do I get... I need this one to go over one more. Unless I do that one. But now I need this one to go back one. So let's look back at the book. This one. We'll take it back one. There we go. Voyager's Dream, and Captain B-Bug tells us when we've got it right, just like Andu used to do. There you go. A dream of a drink just for you. Let's see how sound your method really is. This is excellent, inspiring enough for any dream. Thank you. Though I may offer an idea. Your way of mixing this drink tastes refined. But who would I be if I denied you the alternatives? What are you implying? I was experimenting with a new potion by the way here. I called it Sirius. It's a simple brew that enhances the physical abilities of the body. And, well, I suppose it reminded me of you and your whole astrology obsession. I was hoping you'd still be interested in your potion craft, so I brought it by, just in case. You should have it. I think it can offer a different take on the delicious drink of yours. That'd be wonderful. Thank you. Don't mention it. It will look good in your inventory. On that note, congratulations on opening your own tavern. It has always been a dream of mine. I got an offer and I took it. I had a divine dream about it. It's always been a dream of mine. I know, and I'm happy you went after it. Can't catch a dream if you don't chase it. Can't argue with that. So, are we competition now? Me and the great Miriam Alchemy Collective, I mean? Morium's most prestigious mage family and their famous potions of impossibility. Versus Blue Otter, the up-and-coming tavern keeper of Borkham and their most delicious concoctions. Sounds like a battle for the ages, right? I think we might be inhabiting very different niches. Unless you're thinking about becoming a stuck-up mage who sells her diluted potions for marked-up prices, I think you're good. I'll think about it. Just kidding. See these drinks as charitable donations. See, this is you indulging my hobby. These are merely my fun little experiments. Yeah, this is charitable donations. So that they can be a tax write-off? So I can put a smile on your face. Aren't you a sweetheart? I'd suggest a more profitable business model if you have time. I'll think about it, Miss Miriam. You can drop the miss. We've known each other for what, almost 2 decades now? Quite a while. Long time to have been best friends. Long time to have been best friends. Long time indeed. Even longer after you abandoned me for 2 whole years. I almost revoked your friend's license. I was busy. You could have sent a postcard. I'm sorry. I just needed to get away after. I know. I lost her too. I'm just pulling your leg. I just missed you. I missed you too. How are the Gefria treating you? I hear Twinboro is lovely this time of year. The local flora is in full bloom, which is beautiful, postcard worthy even. But unfortunately, the uptake as pollen seems to also increase the fluctuation of the main irregularities of the delta. Simply said, keeping tourists on a straight path and everyone else safe from the arcane anomalies roaming the city gets a bit rough this time of year. It's interesting though. Something about the exposure to pollen shifts the creature's patterns and hunting behaviors. And you're studying to figure out the why? As is my position as a Gefrean analyst. Good for you. Did the magical protectors of the city also sponsor your armor? It's rare to see wizards running around this suited up. I made it myself. Well, the blacksmith made it, but I transmuted it. Made it impervious to lightning damage and gave it some absorptive properties. Sounds exciting. It is. Did you make this tavern yourself? Built it from the ground up. I just renovated it. Yeah, we'll just, built it from the ground up. With some help, of course. Impressive. Did you mean to build that shelf so crooked? Absolutely. I thought it would add character. Well, at least the people having a bar fight here last month did. Did you like how I decorated it? It's not too bad, but of course there's always room for improvement. I like that it's by the sea and so close to home. You moved to Borkham just to have a view of Morea from your backyard. What can I say? I'm sentimental. I thought about moving to Zenith for about half a day, but they flavor their bedrolls with sesame seeds. They put blueberry jam in their deli. You know what? I wouldn't mind having blueberry jam. Yeah, they flavor the bedrolls with sesame seeds. I can't deal with that. I thought they tasted quite good, actually. A nice change of pace. Oh, how you betray me again. Did you get to explore your treacherous bread on your way home? Plenty. I stopped by to pick up an incense delivery, and the baker was right next door. What, are we in the Battle book? He was very forthcoming about his assortment and about the town's gossip. I think I could write a baking manual interspersed with local tabloid articles at this point. Anything you'd like to share? You know how much I like gossip. You know how much my patrons like to gossip. Isn't your job to keep the secrets to yourself? I have to make my quest somehow. Fair enough. It was a whole lot of talking in circles and worrying about nothing. What stuck out the most was how worried he was about his niece's neighbor's son. Apparently, the kid hasn't slept well in days and insists there's a monster hiding under his bed. Well, there probably is. What kind of monster? Not sure. Allegedly, it has millipede feet and snores. Fascinating. Do you think it's real? No, the baker also told me about a mysterious rogue allegedly going around town, stealing buttons, beads, bones. No, honey. The townsfolk have started locking their doors at night, but even that won't prevent the theft. I think maybe the boy is scared and projecting his fear into his dreams and under his bed. Not too bad of a theory. What did the investigation conclude, Geoffrey and Miriam? Nothing. I didn't investigate. I considered it. You know, study the potential beast of delusions, show the kid how to sucker punch any hiding horrors. I had time to leave a charm guarding against bad dreams with the baker, but then I had to get going. I was only passing through after all. I guess your jurisdiction doesn't extend to the mainland anyway. So what did you bring back here? Me, I hope? The Afterlight Solstice Festival. My parents are sponsoring this year and they asked for some help with some preparations. Lots to do and all, even with half the month still left to go. Glad to hear they finally reached out. Yeah. But it surprises me you took off for that. I always thought you're not too fond of the event. Too loud, too dark, too people-y, all that. I wasn't exactly in a position to refuse. It was Zara's favorite, you know? So I guess this is my way of honoring her. Getting obsessed with anything that reminds them of her existence, needing to make it perfect in her memory. Anyway, to keep on living, I guess. Okay, I see how that wasn't easy to say no to. Not that I tried. Anyhow, will you come over for the celebrations? Maybe. I might have to work. I suppose the day of festivities means good business for you. I'll make sure to send some guests your way. Did I hear festivities? Who's throwing a party? And why am I not invited? I'm sorry, who are you? That's Una. She helps me with all my renovations and repairs, so I let her live upstairs for free. I see. Now the makeshift roof makes a lot more sense. No need to be intimidated by my DIY skills. You two know each other? For quite some time, yes. And you never introduced me to her, Blue Otter? Here, I thought we were so close. Even after I lost my hand while trying to fix the leaking stern. Please don't believe everything she says. Hey. You want to tell me that you climbed all the way up there yourself to fix the leak? That's not... Never mind. To tell you the truth, I lost my arm while brawling with a two-headed sheep. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Terrifying beast, really. Good thing there was a field of clovers nearby. Did you know they're absolutely crazy about clovers? Just in case you ever get into a hairy situation with some sheep. Or should I say, woolly situation. I hate that I'm lefting. Ouch. Yeah, that was a bad pun. You know exactly why you're letting me stay here. Thinking about that sheep really made me crave one of your drinks, though. You got another one for me? Why do sheep make you think of... Does it really matter? Do you have a drink or not? Sure. What may I concoct for you? Something that makes me be the lucky fool at the poker table over the squeaky lobster. You feel me? A bit of charisma here and there so no one will notice a thing. What thing? If I elaborate on that, I'd have to sweep you out of the way. In that case, I better see what charismatic brew I can concoct for you. Hey, that rhymes. Now, Una didn't request a specific drink, but she did mention attributes the drink she wanted to have. What should she say again? I should check the log for specific keywords. If I find myself lost, I can ask Slinky for help. I've got this. Okay, so here we're gonna go to over here. A bit of charisma here, so no one, yeah, lucky and charisma. So luck and charisma. Let's go back here. Oh, those are rumors, drinks. Here we are. Season ties, an inspiring message in a bottle is the perfect drink for a seasoned seafarer wanting to win over their crewmates with natural charm instead of brute force. Its hefty cinnamon spice is considered good luck. In the Finos and Seas, one sip of this delicious drink is enough to fill you with hope for your future. I hope it give you a try. And there's also Slow Strike, which is refreshing hot tea and motivation. Voyagers is inspiring hope and courage. It sounds as though Seasoned Tides is probably the best one. So if we do... We could try a little bit of that. We need... a little bit of that. Of course, we've only got 5 to do. What else do we have? We could do, yeah, this one. There we go. Season tides. Let's see if that gets, there you go. Let's see if this suits your taste. Delicious as always, exactly what I wanted. Now the losers over at the Squeaky Lobster Poker night can pack up. But what about you, oh so mysterious suited up woman? I know absolutely nothing about you. Just that you're besties with Blue Otter. How about you share a funny little anecdote with us? Or at least your name. I'm Gefreya Merriam. You know, like the Merriam Academy or Alchemy Collective, the famous potion brewery of Moria. No big deal at all. There's a potion brewery on Moria? Huh, didn't get to try those yet. You should if you make it to Moria sometime. Awesome. I'll put it on my Gaia bucket list. You're not from here, I take it? Nope. Straight out of the Astral Sea. People can usually tell immediately, but whatever. I'm here now. What a sweet gig. I suppose so. Any particular reason why you're exploring Gaia? I've heard wondrous things about the Astral Sea. It must have been difficult to leave behind. Curiosity. I want to see every last bit of Gaia. Every grass, every tree. Leave no stone unturned. For you, Gaia may be daily bread, but for astral folks like me, it's rare we get to see beyond the tides. So, now that I do, I must make the most of it. However that works, they don't make as many manuals about adventuring as you think. And I'm slowly running out of cracks and crevices in this wooden interior to count. I can hear you. I'm sorry. It's alright. I'm rooting for you to see more of the world. I appreciate the company, though. And I appreciate a good old bar. It's a good view. It's got a good view. Speaking of which, I'd love to see the biannual astral star eclipse. Of course, I've witnessed it countless times on my home plane, but after a while, even the darkness of an otherwise sparkling sea doesn't excite me anymore. Anyone know what stars underwater look like? Totally. Allegedly, there's no better place to watch the eclipse than Varika. But that's so far up north, it's kind of out of reach for me currently. So until then, I'll just go on fun day trips and get into bar fights elsewhere. Speaking of bars, remember how I told you I do some industrial espionage for you over at the Lucky Knitter? Vaguely, how did it go? Tell me everything. I don't remember asking for that. Yeah, vaguely, how did it go? First of all, your tavern is still cooler. That's a relief. But even better, I roped the owner into a dice game. The bet, if I win, I get something extraordinary. If they win, I'll fix their broken void siphon. And I assume you won? Bingo! And I snatched quite the treasure for you. They said it was collecting dust in the glass cabinet anyways, and they were glad to hand it down to a worthy opponent. And now I hand it down to my worthy friend. The tag says Anka. No idea what it does though, but I figured it might help you. Thank you. We got a potion unlocked. I think it'll add nicely to my collection. I thought so. Anyways, let me fill you in on some hot Fiozen gossip I picked up on my way back. I'm all ears. Apparently, some exciting things are happening in Zenith at the moment. So, you've also heard about the thief that's apparently has an odd preference for stolen goods? What? No, actually, I was talking about these colorful cobblestones appearing on the streets. I definitely have to get my hands on a few of those. The stones, not the streets. I bet they're magical. Who knows what I could do with them? I did see the colorful stones in the pavement. Red, pink, and orange, if I remember correctly. It looked cute. I thought of it as doing... I thought of it as the doing of a young carbuncle. You know, the little furry critters with the gemstones between their eyes, painting the street's cobblestone in its favorite colors. Like it believes a quick paint job could turn the cobblestones into real gems. A carbuncle. That's a pretty rare occurrence on Phoenicia. I thought they preferred a warmer climate. Pah. That speculative talk about carbuncles bores me. It's clearly the work of an artistically gifted leprechaun. Ever seen a leprechaun paint stones? And have you ever seen just any carbuncle in this latitude? Maybe you're both right. Like a leperbuncle? What a spineless answer. Agreed. Either way, I really gotta check it out. You could also investigate the thefts while you're there. Or help a poor kid plagued by nightmares. Not sure how bricks would help a kid, but I see if I can find an adventure with a babysitting license to pass on your worries. Do you need a ride then? Before you decide to go to Zephyr by foot and get into a fight with a martially gifted leprechaun or something like that. That sounds kind of fun. I have to stop by the Ashen Grove to pick up flowers for the Afterlight Solstice Festival. They say they forget-me-nots are the most beautiful in all of Asteria. And it's not far to Zenith after all. Oh, well then, how could I say no to such a sweet offer? We'll leave as soon as you finish your drink. Why the rush? You could stay for another drink if you want. Honestly, my mother insists the flowers are of highest priority. I better get it over with quickly. I also wouldn't say no to a free afternoon once in a while. Would you know what to do with your time off? I'm not sure. Collecting colorful stones? Or indulging in another delicious bread roll? Maybe I'll even have some time for some leisurely tourism. Anything particular you have in mind? A few things, but it's best not to dream boundlessly without a concrete plan. This is the best kind of dreaming. You must be curious about something. Well, I wouldn't mind running into ancient undiscovered magic slumbering below the hills. Or maybe a spa of ancient magic, or a library perhaps. I digress. Let's set up to the Ashen Grove and Zenith, of course. Alrighty then. I won't make you stay here any longer. See you soon, Blue Otter. Till the next tidal wave. Whatever that means. Until next time, Tavern Keeper. Take care of yourself. And don't make me wait as long as last time, please. I won't, I promise. And we have new people. I see an Andu. Astral hares don't know the Makawava. Yes, they do. And how would you know that? I've read a basic biology book. Wait, can you read? Or you can read? Hello and welcome to the Drowsy Dragon Travelers. I don't know what a macro is. I've seen it. They don't know the macro. It's a myth. Hello, welcome to the Drowsy Dragon. Hello? Thank you for the warm greeting, Tavern Keeper. You may call me Blue Otter. It's a real pleasure to meet you, Blue Otter. So, Blue Otter, do you have any paladin repellent on hand? Can't say I have. How about a truth serum? No, not that one either, sorry. Truth serum? Are you accusing me of lying? I'm not accusing you. I know you're lying. Alright. How about a drink to settle your spirits? A drink? You have my full undivided attention. What does it cost? Just your names. You drive a hard bargain. Those are very precious. I meant an introduction. I already like my name well enough. Ah, that I can do. I'm Rune. No, you're not. That's the name of the guard I talked to earlier. Common name. Sure. We can't all be Quasar Duskbringer. No, we couldn't. That would be very inefficient. What a lovely name. What a dramatic name. Yeah, what a lovely name. Thank you. It serves its purpose. Can I get my drink now? Of course, right away. Anything in particular you fancy? The hottest drink on your menu. Like metaphorically or like literally? What else? Okay, I think I saw this. So we have, I think it's Slow Strike. southern coast of Finosa people have a relaxed, slow-paced life, like autumn leaves floating on the wind. Any stress and exhausting day, refreshing taste of this hot tea. This aftertaste paired with my expert advice will grant you plenty of motivation to conquer the world tomorrow, surely, but slowly. All right, let's see. I think we got, yeah, we got a new. Okay, so last time we had specific drinks that were 4 things, and now we have them that they're more of actual drink mixes. So let's see. This is the only one that actually removes. So I would have to do this twice. Let's see. We could do this one. But then I would need to adjust it. So there we go. Thank you, B-Bug. Hot and steamy as requested. Ah. You were really going all in with that drink mixing of yours. I gave it my best. Andu appreciates your efforts too. It is Andu! Sorry, Andu? The pollywog on their shoulder. He's not a pollywog, you uneducated mop. What is he then? A draconic familiar. And a gift from my buddy, Levi. Levi? Leviathan, didn't you read a basic theology book? I'm sorry, you were talking about the Leviathan? Yes, the great sea serpent, dragon of the primordial sea, coolest guy around, yada yada. You know what? I don't want to know, not at all. How you've gotten your hands on a draconic familiar. All right, with me. I'd love to know more. Maybe next time. For now, can I offer you a drink too, Krazar? No, thank you. I don't drink on the job. For dragon's sake. What is your job, if you're okay with me asking? I'm a paladin of the Aurelian Star Guards. I've dedicated my entire life to spreading Cassiopeia's light and wisdom in the name of the Order of Starlight. I save for those who cannot save themselves and deliver justice to places darkness threatens to conquer. So, like a cop. No, not like a cop. The dragons wish for us to live in harmony with one another, and for that we must find a balance between compassion and rooting out evil. So a religious cop. I'd much prefer a different insult. The Order of Starlight. You follow the great dragon of the Astral Sea, Cassiopeia, right? We don't often see people from the Order here in Mossbury. It doesn't have a big stronghold on Fioza yet. And the Aurelian Star things? We're from the Major Crossy. That explains the stick up your butt. And where are you from? The circus? Your dreams. My nightmares, more like it. What convinced you two to travel together? A mutual love for bickering? We're not traveling together. What is this then? Surveillance. Bluewater, I'm sure it won't surprise you to hear, but I ran into this criminal while they were running from the law. Quite literally, 6 guards were chasing them. 6! Yeah, and you helped me run from them. What does that make you? Compassionate? It felt unmatched and unfair, so I felt a bit of empathy. You might want to look that word up. I'm good, I think. Plus, it's innocent until proven guilty, right? Mm-hmm. That being said, they look very guilty. I've never stolen a single thing in my entire life. You tried to pickpocket me 3 times on the way here. What did the guard say or yell while you were running? I won't repeat the yelling, but I checked in with them later to hear out their side. They told me a very precious artifact was stolen from the Museum of Historical Sea Serpentry. Our local Leviathan Museum? Yes, the Eye of the Storm has gone missing. It's said to spare a glimpse at the dreams of the great sea serpent himself. Hence why it's being safeguarded in that abomination of a temple museum combination. Bummer, I loved looking at that orb. Thank God the orb was an eyesore. Never been to the museum to myself. No, I love looking at that orb. I heard it's beautiful to look at. I bet. The receptionist saw a cloaked fae with a giant staff and a purple familiar pocket it. Could be anyone. Yeah, I don't see no resemblance. I see the problem. But how about a compromise? Quasar, you give back the eye, but don't hand in your new acquaintance. That way, you'll both have an alright rest of the day. I would have done that, but they don't have it anymore. Or them at least, and they refuse to be honest. Now I need to find out where they hid it. So you don't get in trouble for helping them flee? Bingo! And to return the artifact to its rightful owner? I can't exactly let a criminal run free either, but I need proof first. One should not condemn without having weighed the scales of justice carefully. Spoken like Cassiopeia herself. Yes. Not that I stole anything, but if I did, Leviathan would greatly appreciate it. And how would you know that? I asked him. Right. And what did he say? Nothing, but he didn't take away my powers nor banish me into a volcano pit, so he clearly approves. Seems like you've lost your marbles then. Actually, it sounds like pretty sound logic to me. Do you follow any of the dragons, Blue Water? I hope your familiar is not a result of wizardry. I'm devoted to Gaia, the heart of the earth. Sometimes Gaia sends me stuff and won't take it back. I'm afraid it's all wizards here. Well, with a B, I would say devoted to Gaia, the heart of the earth. Sounds wonderful. I'm happy to hear you found your calling. Me too. It's been a great help with she's been a great help with the recipes. And she sent me Captain B-Bug over here. I couldn't be more thankful for that. May I ask what all the astrology is about then? Cassiopeia and Leviathan are typically the dragons associated with the stars, so it's a bit off-brand, right? Not really. This is my tavern, not Gaia's, and I like astrology. My mother's an astrologer. I learned it from the local sailors. It's a very efficient way to channel magic. Well, you know, being from the sea, I'm gonna go with local sailors. And since they're my main customers, it just made sense, you know? That's actually quite sweet. Thank you. You know, the star signs were created by Cassiopeia and Leviathan in unison. They both work quite well together. They're twins, such as expected of family traditionally. But they're naturally opposed. Chaos and law just doesn't go together, like the two of y'all. Hence the different planes and doctrine. But on the note of your magic, Blue Otter, I admit I'm curious about your drinks now. May I try one after all? Happily. What will it be for you? Let me think. After talking so passionately about Leviathan and Cassiopeia, the Voyager's Dream sounds like a fitting brew. I've actually gotten some new potions in today. If you'd like, I could try mixing up a fresh new version of the Voyager's Dream. Maybe with a shot of my new Sirius potion. Sounds exciting. Count me in. What's the Sirius potion we need? Okay, Voyager's Dream. Okay, but let me see if we have with this. Oh, Sirius. Okay, that's the one that's the star. That makes sense because Sirius is the... So we're going to go ahead and start with that. That goes there. Then that takes that back. Well, maybe I can do this. Okay, I need something to do Dex up 1. That'll work. Voyager's Dream. Thank you, bee-bug. Mixed with a different brew, a voyager's dream for you. Incredible. Hey, that rhymed. It's almost like I can taste the astral and primordial sea in unison together. Brilliant. Your assortment is quite versatile in taste profiles. You must get around often. Not as much as I'd like, actually. How so? I'm tavern bound most of the time. No one to cover for you in case of absence? Something like that. So how do you get your potions then? Well, usually I make them myself. I come up with what I can for recipes as well. Sometimes my friends bring me some potions or recipes they stumble upon on their travels. Cool. Wait, let me see if I... Ah, I knew it. Here you go. That's really not necessary. Northern Brawler. But thank you. It was getting all crumpled in my bag anyways. Do I want to know where you stole that from? Stole? Not at all. Totally normal recipe I found under a rock. Sure. Say, Mage Boy, what were you doing at the museum anyway? Or more on Fiosa? Do not call me that. My bad. I'm here for missionary work and because of curiosity, to be honest with you. They say Fiosa harbored many of the dragon's champions. Indulging in history a bit can't hurt, right? Though Leviathan's allegedly chosen leave a bit to be desired. I was hoping to find interesting exhibitions or lectures on local divine legends. You know, learn from the best. Or the worst. Those are usually so boring. Perhaps you just lack the attention span to enjoy them. Don't make me forget to tell you about the new museum they're building in the Say Plains right now. New museum? Yeah, I overheard some of the guards gossiping about it earlier. Apparently, there's a fresh dig site in the steppe or something, and they're trying to improvise an exhibition with their loot. It sounded very boring and dry, but maybe it'll quench your thirst for dull knowledge. The Say Plains, you say? That's not too far from here. Right? Maybe I should visit myself. I heard they're theming the museum's architecture around the artifacts' shapes. You shouldn't be anywhere near museums or artifacts. Will you go see it? Perhaps. I need to figure out this whole thing first. What, me? No, yes, the whole stolen artifact thing, and the accidental aid in burglary thing, and your lying thing. May I recommend some rest first? I have somewhat comfortable beds. Actually, yes, please. I could offer you separate rooms or separate ones. Am I staying too? Yes. You're in investigative custody. Fine. I could use a nap and another drink later. I'll be ready. Have a restful night, Blue Otter. And keep an eye on your silverware. I don't even like silver. That'd make a fun rumor. What does that mean? Sometimes my patrons come to me with really interesting gossip, and that's always worth noting down. You never know when you can turn them into a quest. But this time, I was just kidding. I think your silver aversion won't be helpful for any future adventures. Hold on, turn rumors into quests? How do you do that? At the end of every day, I sort my rumors, and some days I have enough to turn them into a quest for my patrons. It's quite fun. Mind showing me how that works, perchance? I can give you a sneak peek tutorial. This is my rumors to quest workstation, name pending. What's the little fellow doing there? Or doing here? Oh, that's Slinky. It organizes my journal and already has the daily rumors ready at hand. Or at Tentacle, I guess. Better keep him away from Andu. He's very territorial about purple. So you already have several quest papers prepared? Exactly. This way I can easily group my rumors. And I can plan out multiple quests at the same time. One rumor a day or two. Really depends on who comes by. Rumors that I think might be related go on the same quest paper. If they're nothing alike, I place them on different ones, and so on and so forth. When I collect enough rumors, Slinky will only let me finish the quest if I group together the correct rumors. He's a bit of a control freak. And what about the shell on the side? Sometimes I write down rumors that seem relevant at first, but eventually turn out to be useless. So why don't you throw them away right away? What if I changed my mind or made a mistake? This way no snippets can get lost. Every day I have to store all my new rumors on the quest paper. Again, Sleeky's control issues. Plus that way I avoid any unnecessary clutter in my journal. I see no problem with that. A little chaos never hurt anyone, right, Andu? I love to keep things tidy, but you do you. What matters the most is that once I have enough rumors to make a quest, I should take my time and fully put it together. What about today? I wrote down a lot of rumors today. I'm sure I can make a quest right now. Hold on. Are you taking notes? Maybe. I'm just interested in how quests are made, that's all. Well, now you know the process, but I'll keep the actual quest making to myself. No spoilers. After all, I'm the Tavernkeeper and you are the adventurer. Fine. I'll accept your judgment. Come on, Andu. Let's go to bed. Have a restful night. Now let's build a quest. Okay, so we have new archaeological finds in the Save Plains are apparently inspiring enough for an impromptu exhibition and shapeful architecture. I don't think that that's really relevant. Now, if it's like what we had last time... Like, if I do that, those aren't really going to go in. I don't think that applies to anything. Citizens of Zenith are being plagued by a strange series of thefts. Hold on to your buttons and your honey and check on your scared kids. But that might be... Now, the last time they did it, these were end up being... They ended up having like the same design or something, or the same color, so they were a little bit easier to go into. The bogeyman stole my socks. In the small town of Zenith, a young boy is being terrorized by the sounds of thousands of feet and loud snores below his bed. Could this monster be summoned by nightmares caused by a series of strange thefts plaguing his neighbors? And who decided to give the town a makeover by repainting its cobblestones in bright colors? A leprechaun, a carbuncle, or a very artistic button collector? Solve one mystery, get two for free. Signed by the Tavernkeeper. And then we have that one, but I don't think I have anything. And that is the end of the demo. So if you like what you see, go ahead and wishlist this. I really enjoyed both Tavern Talk and the DLC for it. So definitely worth a pickup. Let's go back to the main menu. As this is the demo. They also had a plushie come out. I think it was a makeshift plushie of Andu, which I've actually got, and he's sitting here with me. So definitely worth wishlisting. If you do pick this up and play this, what kind of choices did you make in this? Now, what are you looking forward to in this? What do you think it's going to happen with the Dreamwalker? I'm wondering. I'm toying if this is a prequel, or I know it's in the same universe. I'm wondering if it's a prequel or after the fact, or something that happens alongside. So I'm very or something that happened maybe time past and after, or because we've got Andu in there and an Una, but Una looks younger. And could that be the Tavernkeeper? Could that be who we were in the original Tavern Talk? What are your theories? So thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day, and see you next time.